Hello, I am going to be talking to you today about the five components of linguistics. The first component that I want to talk to you about is phonology. Phonology is the study of speech sounds and how they change depending on their makeup. Phonology looks at these speech sounds and how they relate to other words and how they relate to the syllables in the words. Um, so some examples of phonology are rhyming and counting syllables. The next component of linguistics that I want to talk to you about is morphology. Morphology is the study of how words are put together. So some examples of this are adding prefixes and suffixes to words. So taking a word like cat and making it cats is an example of morphology. The next component that I want to talk to you about is syntax. Syntax is the arrangement of words to make a sentence. So, for an example, some basic examples of syntax are the pattern of subject, verb, and then direct object to make up a sentence. The next component is semantics. Semantics is just the study or meaning of words. So these are like definitions and yeah, essentially just vocabulary. Um, the next component is pragmatics. Pragmatics deals with what a speaker is implying and what the listener is inferring um, based on the speaker's speech. So, some examples are nonverbal and verbal communication can affect pragmatics. Next, I would love to talk to you about why it's important to understand the components of linguistics when supporting students with exceptionalities. Um, this is important to understand because when supporting students with exceptionalities, one student may struggle with reading and writing because of phonology, and another student might struggle with reading and writing for an entirely different reason. So it is important to understand the components of linguistics to best understand how to provide support to each individual student. And then lastly, just wanted to discuss with you three instructional strategies to support language and literacy development of early childhood students who struggle with linguistic components. So, one instructional strategy to support language and literacy development is to highlight or point out vocabulary words before reading to students by defining these words for them. So, this helps students grow in semantics and overall reading comprehension. Another instructional strategy that supports language and literacy development is labeling items around your classroom with descriptive words and pictures. This can also help ELL students in your class be able to understand and be able to be more engaged in your classroom. Another idea is to hang up a word wall around your classroom with pictures and words for students to interact with. And then lastly, an instructional strategy is to read rhyming books or sing rhyming songs with students and having the students find the rhyming words within the books or songs. This helps with phonology growth. But yeah, that is all I had to discuss with you. I hope that this webinar was informative.